Hello everyone, this is Raj. Welcome to the world of Salesforce. Today is the day 28 class where we are going to discuss how to use a flow in a record detail page. Right? So till yesterday's class, we have covered how to use create record elements in a flow, and by using that create record element, we are created a records. Right? We have created case records. Right? So, but in the flow itself. So we have not used that flow in any detail page. We are having some use case, right? This is the use case which we have discussed. So when a user tries to log in into the contact, any contact record, there from the contact record, so I need to create a case, right? So whatever the UI screen there in the case while creating a new case, the same fields needs to be replicated in from the contact page. So I have created a screen flow where I have added around 4 fields, right? So from your side, you can try with all the fields. So I have used just pick list and lookup fields, right? So you're trying to add all the remaining fields, right? And we have created a case, right? So from the flow, we have created a case and we have associated that particular case to a contact also, right? So if it is success, that means case has been created and it is assigned to any contact. Then if it is success, then it should show a success message. If there is an error while creating a contact, then it should throw an error message. That means we need to handle that error. How to handle this? How to handle these errors in a flow that we are going to discuss today. And this particular flow, I need to paste in a record detail pages. Okay. So let me go into the Salesforce, right? So this is the create a case record element, right? So the create record element. So I have used from the input screen, whatever the description, origin, state, subject are there. So these details are copied into the case fields. These are the case fields, right? So and the contact ID, I have directly hard coded the value. You can observe here, I have directly hard coded the value. And this particular record is created under this contact, right? This particular record created under this contact. Okay. So we have tested it. So now I am going to use, so if it is success, then no problem. Then I need to display one more screen here, success screen. So let me add one screen element, right? This is a success screen. Okay. Let me show you here, success screen. Okay. Click on done. And if there is an error, right, from the creating a case record, suppose there is an error, I need to handle that particular error. So how to handle this? You need to add a fault default path. See here, fault path is there. Just click on this create records. So add fault path is there. If there is an error while creating a case record, then that particular errors are handled here, right? So here also I need to handle this error using a screen flow. I need to show that error to you, right? So how I can show here? So first of all, in order to get this particular error, right? Already in the input screen, I have given status, origin, subject, description, right? So whatever the fields I am giving here, these are copied into create records. Let me go here in this create records. See, all the fields are copied here. Now I am removing this subject. Now I am removing this subject. That means the subject field. So you have entered in this input screen, but that particular subject is not mapped to the case subject. Okay, let me save this. Click on save as a new version, save it. Done. Okay, up to here it is fine. So in order to get that error, either the subject field should be a mandatory field in the backend, from the backend. That means while creating a case record, see here, while creating a case record, in this go to the case object, open any one of the case. See, while creating this case record, that part, if the subject field is mandatory, let's say if the subject field is mandatory, okay, then obviously it will unable to create a record, right? So if there is any mandatory field, so system will not allow until and unless you fill up that mandatory field. If the mandatory field is not filled up, then record will be not created, right? So from this UI, we know that thing. But from the flow, how to handle this? From the flow, see here, I have added subject. It is fine. But that subject is not added under this case object record. Right? In order to make subject as mandatory, just write a simple validation rule. Go to edit object. In order to make the subject as a validation rule. Right? I need to violate that validation, right? I need to violate the rule. Then only the error will come. So as of now, errors are not there. If I have not created any mandatory field, so simply if I debug this flow, simply it will go, right? Whatever the input screen, there are 4 fields are there. See, 1, 2, 3, 4 fields are there, but the system will consider only 3 because 3 only are mapped to the case record. It will not consider this one. So no use of it. So in order to handle this error, I need to violate it. So in order to violate, simply I'm going to create a validation rule here. Okay. So already one validation rule is there. See, validation rule. Okay. Just click on edit. See, is blank of subject. So I have written validation rule for cases is blank of subject. That means the subject field should not be blank. Okay. It should have some value. Okay. Just activate it and save it. Now subject field, I have updated it as a mandatory field. Okay, I have updated this particular subject field as a mandatory field. Okay, now check this one. Now go to this particular flow. Let me edit this edit element. Just add one. So in order to show the success message, I'm adding a script here. Just saying that success message API name, right? So case created successful. Case created successful. Okay, case created successfully. You can apply some colors here. It is a blue color, right? If you want to update some random colors, like if you want to apply green means some values are there, like 35, I think. Okay, around 55. Here one drawback is we are unable to choose the colors. So whatever I have remembered. So these are the some which shows the some green color, right? So RGB green color is there. Okay, just click on that. That's it. So now save it and debug it. Let me check that. Click on run. So new phone, some test. Here also I'm giving the subject, but system will not consider this subject. Why? There is no mapping for this. It is just looking at an empty box. That's it. From the system wise, it is just a box. It is not going to map to any case record. Right? Just click on next. See here, an unhandled error occurred. Right? An unhandled fault has been occurred. We don't know that exact error. I need to show that particular error in a screen. Right? So that users can understand, okay, this is the error. So I can handle this. Right? How to handle this particular error. Let me close this. Now add one screen here. Right? Already we have added the fault path, right? So after creating a case record, there is an error. Now system will go like this. This is the flow. Right? This is the flow system will carry forward now. So now under this fault path, add a screen here saying that error message. I need to show API error message. Okay, error message. I don't want this header. Okay. So under this error message, I need to display something, right? So go to this display. What I need to display, whatever the error is there. So I need to show that error, what exactly the error is. Right? So go to here. So you need to insert a resource, right? So this is the error message. Okay. So under this, see here, insert a resource is there. Just click on this insert a resource. Just click on this insert a resource. Come down. There are global variables are there. Some of the global variables are there. So in this global variables, I'm having a flow, internal flow is there. Just open this flow. We are having some options. So under the flow, current date and time, fault message, current stage, like this, some of the options are there. So what I need to display? So in this particular flow, whatever is the fault message is there, I need to display that in this particular screen. Okay. So highlight this color, bold, right? Come down, update it to red color. Done. Come down, make it as center. Okay. Just click on done. Okay. This is the success screen and this is the error screen. Let me update it to error screen. Okay. Error screen. Click on done. That's it. Save it. No, save it. Okay. So if the case record is success, then obviously it should come under this screen. If the case record is unable to create, then it should go under this fault path and this error screen should display. Let me check that. Click on run. Give some details. Test. Click on next. See here, this error occurred. Why? So there is a field custom validation exception is there. Please enter the subject. That means subject, although even though if you are entering the subject from the screen, that means there is some error in the backend. That means the subject is not mapped into the case fields. So there is a custom validation exception. Previously, this particular exception is not there. Right? This is the way we can handle these exceptions so that user can understand. Okay, so please enter the subject means okay, I am missing something. So there is a please enter subject is there. So I need to enter the subject value. But extra things are also there. See here, you can look up exception code, something is there. So just click on it. Hey, it is opening a help document. So no use of this help document. User can't understand all these things. Right? The end user who is using this particular flow, he is unable to understand all these document things. So no use of this sentence. You can look up exception code, all these things. Right? So here also I can customize this particular error. So from where up to where he can understand, please enter subject. So there is an error. So what type of error? There is a validation that please enter a subject. So this extra sentence is not required to the user. So I need to customize this. So that means I need to customize this particular whatever error message is there, right? So how to customize this from the starting to, right? So you can look up exception code up to here. To the left of, you can look up exception. So consider the value to the left of, you can look up. You can look up exception code. So before this sentence, I need to display and you can look up this, I need to skip. Right? I need to remove this. Okay. So where I need to handle this. So for this, I need to write a formula here. We need to write a formula here. Right? So what type of formula? Just click on this toolbox. There is a new resource, right? So first of all, you need to create a formula here. Just click on this new resource. Resource type is a formula. Just click on this formula. Right? API is error message. Okay. Already exists. Okay, no problem. Switch. Okay. Something. Okay. Now data type as text, right? So what is the formula is data type as a text. It is a text data type. Now calm down. So I need to use here formula. So already I have written a formula. See here, copy this, go back, paste it here. Okay. Now check this. So to the left of, see here left function I am going to use flow dot fault message. Right to the left of, so for this you can look up exception code. So up to this sentence, consider the left side part of this flow dot fault message. right, of this flow dot fault message, consider the left of you can look up exception code and remove it. Got it, right? So this flow dot, you can look up exception code from where it is. This message comes from flow dot fault message and remove this. Okay, just keep the left part only. Just click on, come down, check syntax, invalid, some, okay, bracket missing. Okay, check syntax, yes, valid, click on done. That's it. Now where I need to use this under the error screen. Just click on this error screen. So in this display text, I have added this flow dot fault message, right? So from the flow, I have added this fault message. Now under this fault message also, I need to consider only the left part of this you can look up. So I have already written a formula, right? Just check, click on this, add this formula error message. Just click on this. That's it. Remove this. Sorry, remove this part. Okay, just click on done. Now save it and debug it. Okay, just click on run. Okay, click on next button. See here. So you can look up exception code. All these things are removed now. So whatever the error message, just the user when logging in, so he can easily identify. He can able to identify all these things. So please enter subject. So it is some validation is there. So I need to enter a subject. Okay. So this is what. Okay. How this is what error handling is. Now just add the mapping as it is. Revert back the mapping here. What is that subject? Subject. Map it to screen element subject. This one. Okay. Click on done and save. Save. Now again debug how the success message looks like. Just check that. See, click on done. Just add all these things. Test record. So next, see, case record created successfully. Done. Right? Case is created successfully. And that too, this case has been created under this contact. Where is the contact? Go to any one of the contact. Not anyone, whatever the contact record. Just see here. Come down. No, so, yeah, here create records. So under which case this is the contact ID, right? Copy this, go to this contact, just paste this one. Whether the case has been created or not, we are going to check that. So this is the contact. Under this contact, see here, this is the test 6. See here, subject test 6. That is what we have created, right? Just now, see, test 6 subject. Description is test 5. Okay, go to here, open this particular case, check the description. See here, test 5. Subject is test 6. Okay, case has been created and it is mapped to the contact record. So, and this is the success screen also. So, hope you understand how to handle the errors and how to handle the success messages, right? But here the main question comes. So, contact record we have added here. See, manually I have hard coded it. But it is not the right way to hard code the value, right? In the real time, it should not be like that. So whenever you are creating a case from this particular contact, see from this contact, go to any that particular contact. So from this contact page, right, when I'm creating any case, it should dynamically consider this value. It should dynamically consider this value and the particular record is to be created and case record is to be created and that case is associated with this contact. Hope you understand, right? We have hard coded here in this. Close this. See, we have hard coded this value, but it should not be hard coded. Now we need to add our flow in a contact record detail page. Then system should consider, we should not hard code it. Then system should consider the contact ID here, whatever the contact ID is there, system should consider it dynamically and assign it to the case. Okay, For this, I need to make this particular IDs dynamically. I need to create a record ID here, right? I need to create a record ID here. Okay. Now, how to create a record ID? That means we need to create a resource again. So just create a new resource, right? Under the resource type, what is that variable I'm going to create? A new variable, which is a record ID. So this is the API name, standard API name you have to follow. Capital I, right? Small r, record, capital ID, record ID. This is the API name, standard API name you have to follow in order to store the record IDs, right? This is the standard API name you have to follow. So what is the data type here? Text, right? Data type as a text here. So it should be available for input, right? So whenever any case record is getting created, whenever any case record is getting created, right? That means that record ID is to be taken as an input from that particular page, right? Not only from this rows record. If you open any contact record, that particular contact ID should be taken as a dynamically in this record ID variable. That is why I'm checking it as available for you. Now click on done. Just open our case record, creating a case record, come down, remove here hard coded value. Remove here hard coded value. Now we need to use that particular record variable in order to map with the contact ID. Okay. What is that record ID? See here, a record ID variable is there, right? Just click on this. So now I have not hard coded. Just I have created a variable where it is going to store the dynamical contact ID, whatever is their ID is there. So for example, I'm placing in an account object means, so it is going to take account record ID. So I am placing in a lead means it is taking the lead record ID. And I'm taking any custom object means it is taking that custom object record IDs. Right? So now I am placing in a contact means, so it is going to take a contact record ID. This particular record ID is going to consider and system is automatically copying it to the contact ID. Hope you understand here. Right? System will dynamically consider this record IDs. I'm not hard coded. Just click on save it. Okay, just debug it. Let me check that. See here record ID. Right? I have not hard coded, but record ID is there. So now from the system screen, it is going to consider this record ID. Let me take again the same record ID here, copy, paste it. From the debug screen, I am pasting like this, right? So click on run. Test 7, test 9. Click on next. Created successfully. Go to this rows record, just refresh the screen. It should be 3 cases under this contact, right? Now see here 3 cases. See test 9. Hope you understand, right? How we can make it as a dynamical. Now, the final, what is the final topic here? I need to add this particular flow in my detail page. In this detail page, I need to add that particular screen flow. How I need to add? Just go to this wherever you want, not only in the contact page. So wherever you want in any object, you can place it. So how to add this? So just click on edit page. So select our flow. Okay, drag and drop so anywhere here. Okay, select our flow. Where it is create a case, right? Oh, we have not activated it. So just activate this flow. Okay, just we have completed saving and debug it. Now we need to activate this. So create case record screen. Now I'm going to go to this, just refresh the screen. That's it. Okay, just add our flow here. Drag and drop our flow. Okay, now select See, create a case record screen. This is the screen. Okay. Just click on save it. See here, record ID. I'm not going to pass here. Right. I'm not going to hard code here any value. Right. So, but I need to check this pass record ID into this variable. See record.id. Whichever record is open, that particular record ID system is going to consider and passing it as an input here. Now you understand, I think, right? So see here, record.id, whatever the record it may be. So if you open any record in this contact page, I am adding in the contact, right? So if you open any record in the contact object, so that particular record system is going to consider and pasting here as an input. As we just debugged right now, right? So like the same way, system is going to place that particular record ID here, right? And the remaining process same as it is. Okay, that yeah, system is going to consider dynamically, right? So if any record is open, system is going to consider that record ID and pasting as an input here. Okay, now save it. Changes save. Just go back. See here, our flow is ready. Provide values to create a case. So as of now, 3 cases are there, right? Now let me create a new here. Test. Okay. Click on next. Case created successfully. Done. If you click on finish, system is automatically refreshing the screen and the cases will be 4. That means 4 cases. The 4th case is going to assign to this rows record. So I have not provided any hard coded record ID. Right? Just dynamically system is going to consider this particular record ID and passing as an input. See here, 4th record has been added. So previously it is 3, now it is 4. Like this, if you open any record. So let me show you here. Any record. Let me open Jack Rogers. So this is the record. As of now, 2 cases are there under this. Okay. So I'm going to add here. Okay. Just click on next button. See, case record created successfully. So now under this Jack Rogers, just finish it. So 3 cases will be there. Right? Hope you understand. But it is looking like a weird, right? So as of now, 4 fields. Okay, 4 fields means, okay, we can add like this and we can do it. But if you go to any case, there are number of fields are there. See, number of fields, input fields are there. Then can we add like this, all this number of fields? No, right? So then what is the step I need to consider? Then what is the step I need to consider? Right? See here. So adding like this, it is looking like some weird. So when I click on like a button wise, so I need to create a button. When I click on this particular button, so this screen structure should display for me. Where is the case? Open it. Just click on new. See here, this type of structure should look like, right? As of now, 4 fields only. So try to create, that is why I said you try to create all the remaining fields like this, right? So try to create this type of a screen and I need to add that particular screen as an action button. When I click on this particular button, right? And the screen which we have developed, that should display. So as of now, 4 fields are there, right? When I click on this particular button, only 4 fields screen should display for me. So how? Just go to this contact, object manager, contact, open it, go to button links and actions. So just me create a new quick action. So here I need to call a flow, not a create a record. The action type is I need to call a flow. So what is the flow here? Create case record screen. This is the flow, right? Label as some quick case. Okay, quick case. Okay, just save it. Done, completed. Okay, now add this in your particular layout. Go to your contact layout, just drag and drop. Go to the mobile lightning actions. Where is that quick case? See here, it is there. Now just drag and drop. to here. Okay, save it. Done, completed. Now go to your junk rockers page. Just refresh it. See here, quick case, the button which we have created, right? So previously it is looking like this. Now when it is looking like a button. So when I click on this button, the UI screen which I have developed, it is going to appear, right? So try to create, add number of fields, whatever the case, whenever you are creating a new case, whatever the fields are there, just try to add the remaining fields here. Then it should look like this, right? Then it should look like this. When I click on this new button, a new case screen is there, right? The same as it is a screen should display here. Right? When I click on this quick case, see here, some as it is a screen should display. So let me provide all these details. Some test 14. Okay, just click on next. Done. Case created successfully. Just click on finish. See here, case 4. Hope you understand, right? So fourth case has been created successfully, right? So this is the way we can add our whatever the created screen flows, we can add as an action button in the action button, and that particular action button we can add in a detail pages, and we can use that particular record IDs dynamically also, right? Hope you understand. So in the next class, we are going to discuss this get elements. See here, some of the elements are there, right? Get records are there. Let me show you. See, get records is there. So I as create, create means all obviously update records are the same procedure, right? So next we are going to discuss get records and how to loop. For there is in Apex programming we are having a for loops, right? So as it is in the same manner we are having a how to loop. If there is a single record means just simply we can go to a single record and we can create. For example, there is a loop. The group of records are there. Multiple records is there. So how to handle this multiple record means we need to use some collections. So if you use collection means, so we need to use looping, right? So in the loop system will consider one by one, one by one, one by one elements. Okay. So that we are going to discuss in the next class. Okay. So keep following this channel for the latest updates. If you are having any doubts at any point of time, mention in the comments. Okay. I will respond to those comments. Thank you guys.